Coming up after the race, stay tuned for your late local news over on most of these ABC stations. This one should be quite a shootout. Let's set up who did what. The 31 car came on pit road and took fuel only. 2 tires for Jimmy Johnson in the 48, Kyle Busch in the 18, and Casey Kane in the 9. And also the Kurt Busch in the 2. 4 tires for the 20 of Jeff Gordon and the 16 of Greg Biffle. Who's in the best spot, guys?
I think Jeff Burton. He's got the lead. Clean air. I think he's in the best spot.
Over on ESPN coming up next, Sports Center will be tracking some neat stories, big wins on campus today in college football. Who's the nation's #1 team? What about that Red River rivalry? And the Red Sox-Rays Game 2. Let's listen into the 31 rating.
Okay, save every drop. I cut that a little close. We got enough, but we won't for a green light checker.
Oh, that's not what you want to hear. No. Well, just getting gassy and going like that, they should have stayed just a little bit longer because they weren't really racing anybody at the end of pit road. Well,
I guess they didn't know that they weren't going to do it. Didn't know who else may take just fuel at that point in time. It's going to be interesting to see. A lot of different strategies here. I might like Greg Biffle back there with 4 tires in the 5th spot.
Got a few laps to get it done. 34 laps to go.
See if Jeff Burton can hang on. No tires, gas only. Jimmy's going to try to get there. He's a 5-time winner here. Casey Kane won it back in May.
Casey Kane up here in 3rd spot. And the race reporter is doing a great job. He hadn't had the car most of the night, but
here comes Jimmy Johnson on the inside. I take this lead away from Jeff Burton.
These guys are 1-2 in the point standings right now. Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Burton in the chase.
Jeff Burton needs to fight hard to try to keep this lead because he needs that clean air.
Yeah, he's got some momentum coming off the corner. I think he's going to be able to clear Jimmy Johnson. Still battling.
Jimmy pulling back on the inside.
These guys aren't thinking about a championship right now. All they're thinking about is getting the trophy tonight.
2 tires versus no tires.
There's Casey Kane on the bottom of the racetrack in 3rd spot. As these 2 guys battle side by side, he wants to get up there and be a part of that. Kurt Busch right behind the 9 car.
Jeff Burton does a great job to keep the lead and stay clear. Looks like Jimmy's got another run. Here comes Jamie McMurray under Greg Biffle.
5th place. McMurray trying to take that spot away.
48 got a nice run off of turn 2 and down the backstretch. Now he's trying to make this move on the inside off of turn 4.
It looks like Jeff Burton struggled just a little bit off of turn 2 the last lap, and it allowed Jimmy to gain on him going down the backstretch.
Jimmy Johnson really good entering turn 1 a moment ago, and that's where he tries to grip to the bottom. We're looking at 31 coming back.
Yeah, but you can't get in there on the inside of that car. On the outside, you lose some of that downforce.
And you got to hand it to Jeff Burton. He has fought this challenge off from Jimmy Johnson.
Look at this group here. Kyle Busch, Jeff Gordon, the 07 of Clint Boyer. Here goes Gordon to the high side of the 18 car.
Yeah, but he's going to run up on a lap car there of Regan Smith. You see Clint Boyer right back there. Gordon's going to fall in behind Kyle Busch. Give him a little bump there down the front straightaway.
This is 7th, 8th, and 9th.
You see these guys battle. Kurt Busch is taking over the 3rd spot, as you see, right behind Jimmy Johnson. Miller Lite Dodge has come to life here at the end of the race.
Back up front again. Jimmy Johnson gets off that 3rd turn and off of 4 pretty well, but then Jeff Burton able to stay out front here down the straightaway.
And Jeff Burton won't give you a lot of trouble in the middle of the race, but I'm going to tell you right now, 28 laps to go, he is not giving this lead up easily.
Oh, this is a great battle. Jeff Burton knows how difficult it's going to be for Jimmy Johnson to make that pass on the inside. He's willing to give him that inside lane right now.
And also Jeff Burton now may be thinking about to win, but he's never won a championship, and these 2 guys are there right now are 1-2 in the point standings.
Jeff Burton knows he's going to have to win races to win the championship. He's in a good spot to do that tonight, and he's going to give it all he's got.
You know, last week we saw Jimmy Johnson pull some strategy that kind of surprised a lot of us. He was satisfied at the end of that race to lay back there and take him a top 10 and get out of there. Okay, he don't want to do that here now, but he lost a little bit of time off of turn 2 right there.
He got some company right now. Kurt Busch has come to life.
Yeah, he came back there as well.
Yeah, this is Jimmy Johnson's house. This racetrack has his sponsor's name on it, and he expects to be in victory lane when he comes here.
Casey Kane, we mentioned he has won 3 of the last 5 races run at this racetrack.
He's peaking at the right time, right at the end of the race. Just like he did in the spring.
Yeah, he won the All-Star race, won the Coke 600. Shannon.
What a night it has been for Casey Kane. He was as far back as 26. He got the lucky down back on lap 187. Really been battling loose conditions with this car all night. They came down pit road, took 2 tires. Did not surprise me because I spoke with this crew chief, Kenny Brandon, who called the shots for the nationwide race last night. He told me we came down at the end of the race. We took 4 tires. We should have taken 4. I'm learning from that move.
His driver still doing a heck of a job, though, back there in the 4th position.
Jeff Burton's slipping away from these guys in that clean air.
And that car's good. A lot of cars have been good out front, but that was a great job by Jeff Burton. Really battling that 48 to keep the lead.
Now inside of 25 laps to go. ABC's Bad Girl of Television is finally back. Christina Applegate stars in the season premiere of the Emmy-winning comedy Samantha Who. Monday at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central on ABC.
And I'm not saying Jeff Who. They know that's Jeff Burton out front. He needs to win this race.
He is serious about it. You know, the only thing is don't know if he's got enough fuel. I heard that radio transmission after that last pit stop.
Yep, they don't want to see a caution late to see if he's to get to a green-white checker. They think they got enough to get to 334 and maybe not beyond.
Remember what happened here in May when some people gambled on fuel, and it was Carl Edwards who ran out of gas on the white flag lap running 3rd. Had to coast down to the checker.
He also had Tony Stewart leading that race, who did not change tires in that race and had a flat tire with 3 laps to go. So a lot of different scenarios.
Here comes Casey Kane inside of Kurt Busch.
Well, Casey Kane's as good as they get here in the final 25 laps at this racetrack.
And he got clear. That was important because you can't hardly run side by side getting in that corner. Did a great job making that pass.
Tell you, look right back here. Yeah, there's a car we better watch out, especially if we have a caution. This 18 car is flying up through the pack. He's not having problem passing anybody. Seeing battling Jamie McMurray here right now, trying to take over that 5th spot. This is by far the best race they've had in the chase. These guys have really struggled. Good to see them have a good night. And this is all happening after they had a speeding on entering pit road under our green flag. Dave?
And DJ, they hit the wall in final practice. In fact, last night before Kyle dominated the nationwide race, crew chief Steve Addington was to have made his way to the pit box to help out. He showed up late. Everyone asks why. It says, because I was working on my race car. We hit the wall in final practice. Well, I guess they got the sheet metal hammered out just right, because they have been good tonight after a poor start and then worked on the car and have gotten very good.
Nice job by those guys to get this car back in shape where he could drive it like this and be up towards the front. I don't think he has enough laps. He's got 20 laps to go. Don't know if that's enough to catch Jeff Burton.
Check in on the Jeff Burton team. Mike.
Well, Doc, it appears that in his pre-race comments, Jeff Burton was a bit prophetic, completely focusing on Jimmy Johnson. He said, there's absolutely no question they've been the most consistent team at these next 2 racetracks. That, of course, being here and Martinsville. But he said, as good as they've been, we need to be better. If we're going to beat them in the championship, we need to continuously chip away. We need to make them earn it. And that's what he's trying to do tonight, trying to hold off the 48 by the slimmest of margins, Dave.
And they know that even though they've been good here, Mike, they have to keep improving their race cars. Did the Charlotte test a few weeks back help out this team? It did not. They had a horrible test. What helped them was after that, they fixed the things that didn't go well in the test and went to the 1.5 mile at Kansas. A little different, but the same length of track. They ran very well there, dominated the race, and won that race. Chad Canals told me that's what got us prepared for tonight's event.
Last couple of laps, as you guys mentioned, Kyle Busch has been quicker than either one of these cars here, Jimmy Johnson or Jeff Burton, but he's only got 18 laps to get there.
Yeah, and Burton's losing a little bit of time to Jimmy Johnson, and so that lap there, they were pretty much equal.
The one car right now that looks like he's in a good position and gaining is the 9 car of Casey Kane. I know Kyle Busch here, he's fast, but he's got a few cars to go through before he can get to the lead.